Well, hello and welcome back to Ruinium. Just kicking off of Kilted's base over here in my new traveling mongoose, the large cargo vessel that I said I was going to be making. Make sure my dampers are relative. So I've got my space mole up here, still unpainted, and the rubber duck, which I guess Kilted had needed to tow something with it, so I put that on there. I have thrown grinders on here because I was getting rid of my old base and doing some other cutting, but I'm probably going to actually take these off and replace that with welders because I'm going to need that this time. So let's go ahead and get those. I do have my yellow still here, so let's switch over to that. And I like to put these in weird angles, so let's just do that. Oh look, it's almost the exact same parts. I just need 6 more small steel tubes. There we go. So now whenever I land, I'll be able to, or whenever I get to where I'm building the station at, I'll be able to put that together. Because that's what I'm getting started on today is the community station here. I'm running very slow. Keep letting myself get distracted by other games. So I've got 2 parking spots in the middle spine here. Those were the original 2 and aren't being used anymore because I put some on the wings here. I closed the holes in the bottom, so let's give myself a way into this back section from here. So I've got 1 jump drive completed and 3 more jump drives on here that I can complete, and I've stashed most of my thrusters hidden in and amongst here. I do have a few visible thrusters on the ship, the side thrusters and the braking thrust. Everything else is hidden. And the shapes here, not entirely sure I like the way it all came together, but it is certainly functional. There is a small interior, so I can have things like the med bay. My 2 small warfare reactors are in here. Wait, there's the other one. Ah, there's the other one. I do have shields on this, but I'm not entirely sure how to get them working. 2 refineries, 1 assembler. The refineries have full yield modules. The assembler just has 2 speed modules because it sits up here on the top. And I needed that parking space. I could probably get rid of this parking space, replace that with a throughput conveyor, and add another speed module, but it's been working pretty well. I think I've kicked off high enough here to be able to actually fly now. Dampers on. This thing is not the fastest ship. It doesn't really need to be the fastest. Let's see, let's get this up to 100 meters per second. I can go much faster in this particular server, but this should be a good enough speed. And I'm going to get about, let's say, 10 kilometers away from Kilted's base. Make sure I've got that mark turned on. I can also get rid of Reaper's base. He may or may not be doing videos showing that, so I'm not going to. He had just logged into the server a couple days ago. and started doing things. So yeah, I am moving at a decent clip here. But my idea for a station, the primary purpose of which is refining, but I'm also going to have manufacturing on there and a little bit of everything else. But yeah, I'm going to have, I think it's 14 refineries I need to put down. So I need a place that is large enough to put down those 14 refineries, leaving a 2-block gap in between each one so I can actually get sorters in there. Because I want this to be very much a land, turn the system on, and go do something else for a little while. Come back, log back in, turn that system off, and fly away with all of your ingots and or components that you're getting. Alright, throw on the brakes. I am probably far enough away to be able to do this. Let's just shove off these other things. I don't need that. Now, I do have very little power right now, so let me turn on those reactors, which should still have plenty of uranium, almost 5K. Drop that in there. And I should still have some steel left over. Not a whole lot, actually. So I'm going to have to make some steel real quick. Get all these components in here where they belong. The lag is playing hell on me. I will survive. Yeah, 4,000 isn't going to be enough. 10,000 will be a decent start. And... oh, wait. Do I not have iron? Now, see, I just jumped in here and got going. But yeah, it appears as though I might not have iron ingots. Oh, yeah, I do. It's in another compartment. That's fine. Let's just shove all of this back over here where I can actually keep a better eye on it. Hide the empties, just this ship. So I don't want to see what's in my 2 little vehicles. What was that bob? I think that bobbing was just the lag hitting me. Let's see here. Now I can grab some steel and get started on placing down. Let's use white. I like to build in white so you guys can see it better. $28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now I can just work on filling all of this in. I'm also going to have to throw down a battery on this so that it doesn't get cleaned up in trash cleanup. I'll get to you in a minute. So we just get these lined all the way down. So that should be the middle right there. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 9 batteries. Let's just go ahead and get one of them completed right away. Let's get rid of that one. So there's parts for 8 batteries I have. I do have a chunk of supplies in there already built, but I will have to get some of this manufactured, I'm sure. But let's see what all I can put together beforehand. I think it might just be computers I'm short on for this first one. Nope. Had all of those parts. So there we go. This is now a station that will not disappear on me. One can hope. One of the mods they put in here adds these blister turrets, and I really like those because I was able to get them in on the angle that I was making here. I really like that on the 2x slope blister turret. And then of course I've also got the spicy meatball up here on the nose. The spicy meatball. And an assault cannon, couple gat turrets up on top. So I should be well defended as I sit here building this. Getting myself all turned around. Guess I would do better going to the top still. Let's see. Got a couple of those batteries going. That should at least allow me to get things put down safely. Let's go ahead and see if I can finish this last one. I'm just going to erase the rest from my bar. Well, putting these in like this, they should be out of the way for my conveyor running. That's the hope anyway. Let's get rid of all those. I do have parts of this next one, so let's just throw that in. And more steel. These look like they're off, so I'm just checking. Okay, just looks like it. Not actually off at all, that's fine. I'm not entirely sure this is going to be enough space. I'm just hoping it will be. Refineries are not small. Okay, I'm going to be building backwards, so that's going to get me killed. There we go. Nice big wire platform. So let's get refineries out. I think I want to use these and make it to where one can move about in here. So 1, 2 spaces in between. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow, did I do that exactly the right length? I am impressed with myself. I am short one width because technically they're up against the wall here and you want space for your modules. Yeah, that's only one off. I messed that up. There we go. 2 spaces in between on each of them. So there we go. 14 refineries. That's the heart of this entire thing. But like I said, I need to bump these out one more behind each set of refineries, because this is going to be a room in and of itself in here. Whoops. Little too far. All right. Yeah, that's nice.
Energy low.
Oh, gonna be doing all that complaining about energy low. So let's see. I should probably just do these one at a time. Would work out better. I should load up the rubber duck and do it with that. But I actually don't have anywhere near all the materials I need on there. But in any case, I think I'm going to go ahead and pause up, maybe give myself a little cigarette break, and then bring this back once I've got these all welded up. As you can tell by the fact that I haven't been pausing to start and end this, the videos on this series, there's definitely no cheating from me. I have no access to that. This is Kilted's server, not mine. Oh, let's see. So, yep, I will bring this back probably in an hour for me and a second for you. Okay, so I've got these all welded up and slapped the modules on the back of them to get ready to go, and bumped out the walls one more because I realized a fatal error. I didn't actually give myself space for... Oh wait, yes I did. I can use the regular sorters in the ground. What was I thinking? Okay, so let me just go ahead and shave off these extra bits then, because they're not needed.
Inventory full. Inventory.
One of these days I'll figure things out better. That's just... I went ahead and parked the traveling mongoose underneath so I could finish up the batteries, which I also got those done.
Critical.
And see, I didn't even get my power charged back up before bringing the camera back online. Sometimes I am a very goofy individual. Whoop. Jump in here. Let's see, batteries are almost charged. I don't know why they didn't flip back over, but let's just change myself from reactor power to battery power down there. Alright, so take these out in each location and replace with a sorter. if I have them down one at a time, this will probably be much easier. So let's see, we'll do the first one is iron. So set that as sorter FE. We want to whitelist iron ore. All right. And have that on drain all. I'm going to build a system that turns on and off the entire kit and caboodle. I could get a bit more granular and turn on each specific one when being used, but that could be quite a bit more difficult to actually pull off. So I'm just going to worry about the whole system. So let me go back to this sorter, and well, I've already got it labeled, so that should make it easier to find these. This one is going to be the stone sorter. I don't believe in waste, so I figure other people may be in that same department and be bringing back stone rather than throwing it away. So whitelist stone. I mean, it is useful if you're building reactors and such. You're going to need the gravel, and you always need iron, silicon, and nickel. So there's the stone. Kind of want to grab my list so I know for a fact I'm not going to miss anything. Go back in here, sorter. This one will be nickel, and I'm very happy they added in the search function there. I can't remember when they did it, but when I was originally trying to learn sorters, that was not there. And this will be the first wait. I am being very goofy here, aren't I? Okay, let's just get rid of these. Back in a moment. Okay. Whoop. Wrong button. I'm an idiot. Okay, so let's always have the left blocked off and do one sorter in that way. Okay. That would be much better. So we're always putting into the one to my right from this angle. Which means that this one, I should probably bump this wall out more. Because I need entrances on this side. So now we're going to be putting into the one on the left, which keeps everything even here. And let's try doing this properly. Again, I am often a goofy fellow, making silly mistakes. There we go. All right, back at the top, starting back with the stone. Sorter stone, go ahead and set that back up. There we go. And over here is iron. Nickel. Whoops. I keep missing letters. I didn't set up the iron one. Well, I'm in here now. I can get that set up. So nickel, ore, iron. You want to be whitelist. And I'm forgetting to hit drain all on all of them as well. So let's just drain all, drain all, drain all. Okay. And this is cobalt number 1. So CO1. Itchy. Let's see. And cobalt 2. Not 22, 2. Whitelist, drain all. Cobalt. This will be silicon. And let's go ahead and throw magnesium here. You know what? I'm just going to cut that. So magnesium, whitelist. Double check my list here. So let's see. I had 1 of each of the basic ores, 2 on cobalt, only 1 on silver. So let's go ahead and throw silver on this side here. Whoops. I've got that cut. Let's paste that in. AG, drain all, whitelist, silver. Not the ingots, the ores. I will have to remove the ingot because that was a silly click. All right. So let's go ahead and shove gold into this one. This will be AU1, drain all, gold ingot. Did I set the silver correctly? Yes, it's on drain all.
Energy low.
All right, now I need gold 2. AU2. Drain. So this can be a slight pain to set up, as you see. But once this is set, that'll be quite easy. So the last 2 are platinum and uranium. I'm going to go ahead and pause up. I'll bring this back after I've got some more welding done. I'm probably going to get a bunch of steel plates into there and just run through and get this floor welded up. Actually, I'll do that on camera, so I'll be back in a few. Alright, well, I am actually out of iron, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and get what I can welded done up here. Grab my tool blocks, pull down the welder, make sure I've got that on, and let's just get as much as we can. It is a slight pain to use this ship in this manner, but it does work better than trying to do all of this by hand. Let's just turn off the dampers and let it just cruise and build what it can. As you see, those that inventory bar is going down fairly quickly. So I'm probably just going to get this strip done, and I'm not even sure it'll be the whole strip. And these welders do have some nice range on them. And yet I still generally do things just by hand with the hand welder. Again, because I'm kind of a silly guy. Let's grab up this. Like I said, just weld up as much as I can with the little bit that I have. Weird angle to fly at and weld, but the rubber ducky does its job really well. Wow, I'm surprised how far I'm making it with this. Gotta end soon though. Oh, especially if I break things. Fly much? Okay, so I guess that's everything I had to put in. Let's back off a little bit and see if I can find that scrap metal. I think it just flew away. I don't see any scrap metal hanging out anymore. Oh well. Let's see, how's this starting to look? Yeah, I might have a little bit of a station here getting started. But I'm going to go ahead and call the video here. I'm going to have to go and mine a lot of materials so that I can get this completed. I might just wind up parking my ship right on top of this and expanding its shield. I will see what I'm doing. In any case, I'm willing to try getting some work done on my vanilla Let's Play today as well. So yeah, I'm just going to call it here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, there is always that like button down below. And if you want to see what I'm up to, that subscribe button sits there as well. Until next time, have a good one.